Hello, Huyen.
Hi.
Hi, long time not see, Yan. Thank you so much. You want to help me to finish my assignment. Are you really busy right now?
Okay.
Okay, we can start then.
So we will take it in turn to answer a question.
Yes. Let me ask you one by one, if you don't mind.
So I need to answer all of them.
Yes.
Really? 10 to
Yeah.
10.
Is
Like,
is that okay?
okay.
Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you that this is about the culture of your country and my country, the differences. And as you know that you are already in Indonesia, right? So what kind of experiences, what kind of background that I will ask is about your experiences along in Indonesia. So I want to ask about your background, like your name, your your place of birth, for example, your address.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, your people.
Okay. So can you repeat your question?
Yes. Firstly, I want to ask about your name and your country, your origin country, and your hometown.
Oh. Okay. So my name is Huyền. Do you remember?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Okay. So my country is Vietnam and my hometown is Đông Anh. It means the suburban area of Hanoi. It's very near to the typical of Vietnam.
Hanoi. Okay. Uh, when were you born, Yen?
I was born in the 1997.
1997. Okay.
Yes.
So, may I know what is your reason for coming in Indonesia, Yen?
Okay.
What is your reason for coming in
Uh,
Indonesia?
the region? Uh,
The reason, yeah.
can I say no reason? So, at first, after the time I graduate my university, and I really want to gap year a little bit time before I started to work, and I find a lot of projects in as a organization, you know.
Yeah.
And at first, my first choice is to apply a project in Malaysia. But when I realized that there is no more person joining this project, and I decided to switch to another project, and accidentally, I saw a project is Explore Jogja in the essay website, and that is the reason I decided to discover Indonesia.
That's good. That's amazing. So how it was to learn the culture of Indonesia? How did it feel, Yuan?
Um, I feel very intrigued because the I so I can say that I don't know anything about Indonesia. I never been found any information about your country, and so when I know that I can learn and I can discover the culture of Indonesia, and I feel really excited.
Okay. So what are the difficulties from learning the Indonesian country culture?
The most difficult thing,
Yes, the difficulties. Anything.
the most difficult. Wow, I think that everything is very
Difficult.
difficult to me at first. So, but I think that the most difficult thing is the language, maybe.
The language. Oh, the dancing, right?
Yeah. Oh
You
no,
learn
no,
the
I love
dancing.
dancing.
The
Yeah,
dancing
I love
is
dancing.
the dancing
It's
is
very,
easy.
yeah, easy.
Easy. And playing the gamelan. Do you still remember?
Gamelan. Ah, no,
No.
of course, I don't remember.
Okay. Okay, amazing. So how it was learning the language?
Yeah, and I said before, it's really hard to me at first because learning a new language is, of course, is very rare and very difficult to me. So,
Mhm.
but I feel like that your language is very. I feel that it has a little bit similar with English and is would be easier for me at first.
Okay, yeah. Um, do you still remember a certain word of Indonesian language?
Certain
Uh, a, a bit of word of
language.
Indonesian language.
Ah,
Yeah.
I just remember. Terima kasih. Hello,
Amazing.
hi.
Yes. Good.
Selamat, selamat sore.
Yeah,
Uh,
sama saya. But right now it's selamat malam, Hian.
Selamat malam. Just a
Awesome.
bit.
That's great, Yan. You're great. Excellent.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Um, so what most difficult thing about the culture?
The most difficult thing,
Mhm. About the culture.
the culture.
Mhm.
Mm, uh, I think is the way to learn um, the traditional instruments, the gamelan.
Yes, the gamelan. I see. But what things that you are playing? What is called that you are playing? This is at the gong or bonang. Do you still remember the name of the part of gamelan that you are playing?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. So the gamelan is the most difficult, right? Okay. So do you know Indonesia before coming here? If it yes, what?
No,
What?
no,
No.
I don't know. I have never been find any information associated with Indonesia before I coming here. So I just know that Indonesia has a lot of island, and that is the only information I know about Indonesia.
Because usually foreign people know Indonesia as Bali only.
Yeah, Bali.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Bali. Yeah. So, what things that you are imagining before coming in Indonesia beside of the many of island?
Yes, I just know that Indonesia have a lot of volcanoes. Yes,
What?
and I think volcano,
What is volcano?
volcano. It means the. Okay, let me check first.
Yeah.
Volcano, volcano, volcano. This is a lot of volcano. Like Merapi,
Ah, mountain.
Yes,
Oh yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
yes, and I think that there is so many volcano is cover the Indonesia.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of
Yeah.
them. So what are you expected from Indonesia? Is it different with your expectation when you are coming here or no?
Mm, no, because before I coming to Indonesia, and I never expected anything. So, but I when I actually see a real Indonesian in front of my eyes, and Indonesia is actually very beautiful. This and the scenario is very natural.
Yeah, that's true. I also
Yeah.
wonder what it feels like this scenery in Vietnam. I also want to go there actually, yeah, to this foreigner,
So
right?
yeah.
So and what are the things that different from Indonesia and Vietnam culture?
Mm, of course, there are lost. So, but I think the first difference between Vietnamese culture and Indonesian culture is religion. So this is a large differences, right?
Mhm.
So in Vietnam, we don't follow to religion as much. So so like me, I have no religion.
Ah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Mhm.
I have no religion, and I think the second thing is the islands. So like Indonesia, you and have a lot of islands, but in Vietnam we don't have much. We just only
Mm.
have three or four. That's it.
Oh, I see. So from the past on the behavior of the people, is it different?
What for the
The behavior of the people, like for
ah
example, mm, um, what is it? In Japanese, they are usually that become have a kind of much of rules. They are really disciplined, kind of like
mm,
that. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, for example, like blah blah blah.
mm.
What your opinion?
uh, I think I really appreciate the behavior of Indonesia. For example, like and I will take an example like the helmet. But you know that the thing that I am very impressive with Indonesian people is the people all the way wear a full of helmet, and it's
Mm.
really safe for people, right? But in Vietnam, we have so many kind of helmets, and we have a half of helmets is really small, and we have a full of
Ah.
helmet like Indonesia, but we also have so many the unqualified, unquality helmets, and the people you is to facing with the police.
Mm. Is that so? Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, from the, for example, from the what is it? The the aspect of the person itself, Ian. For example, like in in American, usually they are really individual, right? They are really not cares. I mean, like they are very busy with themselves. They are usually individuals. But in Indonesia, we commonly that always gather with each other and really prioritize about the group. So what is that same with the Vietnam and Indonesia?
yeah, yeah. It's the same, the same.
Mm. So I was curious about this one. Do you, do you in Vietnam you are the all of you guys have a like hierarchy? For example, in Korea, we call the older one with a formal statement, with a formal praise. But in Indonesia, also do the same. But in English, they are um, treat people same equally. Like I call my mom just like by her name, call by her name, just like that. So, is it then in Vietnam have a hierarchy, such things like that?
Hierarchy. I don't know this word.
Hierarchy, hierarchy. It's
Hierarchy.
mean like you are the right than me, right? So I have to treat you formal. I have to be polite to you like that.
I don't know it's in Vietnam, so maybe I don't understand it.
Oh, uh, so if you call your mom, is it by just like her name? Just mention her name. I mean, like for example, teacher, your teacher,
Mm.
your lecturer. You call your lecturer like just calling by his name, or you have a certain calling or price to call
Ah,
him.
yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, in Vietnam we have. So for example, if I call my mom, I don't call her name. So we have a very certain calling to call her with a very with with other word. It's mean that not called by her name.
So you call her usually like what?
What?
Uh, so you usually call your mom with just like
Just like it's mean that you want to know this word.
no, yeah. I mean, like I want to know that what name that you are call your older people,
On the people,
older people. So for
all the
example, the
people.
lecture. Yeah.
Ah, so we will call with the elderly people. We also don't call by their name. So we will have a certain word to call them. Like my mom, and I will call that mom or dad or uncle or something like this. Not called by her
Mm-hmm.
name.
Oh. So uh maybe from the aspect of the gender. Do you know gender? It means
Gender
like
is mean the other sexual.
yes, yes, correct.
Okay.
Is that any differences that being what is that? Being a different part? Oh, usually in Vietnam, they are have a different gender behavior. The female usually talks about this. The male usually talk about this. Do you have such things like that in Vietnam? For example, in Indonesia, usually in Indonesia, the females is they are they are cannot go to the bedroom alone. They usually like have to bring one of one or yeah one of them friend to accompany her to go to the
To the bathroom.
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 Yeah,
Bath.
toilet.
Oh. So it's been that the person will bring something to the bathroom.
No, for example, me and you are a friend, and so in Indonesia, the female usually cannot go to the bathroom alone.
Oh.
If I was student, I will like ask you to accompany me to go to the bathroom. Just want to
Uh,
accompany me. Yeah, that's the
oh,
different.
really? No,
Yeah.
no, no. In Vietnam, it's very in Vietnam, it's very fair.
I see.
Yes.
Mm, uh, actually, I have still a few questions, but I still search for the question because there is a certain aspect that I'll have to ask. Wait a second, I'm very sorry. Kian, are you busy right now?
No, no, no.
I'm very
It's okay.
sorry for. Okay, thank you so much. I really miss you. It's been a long time, right? It's
Yes.
about two
Over one
years.
month. Over 1 years, right?
Yeah. Finally I got this. Okay. What is this? So and usually in Vietnam and Indonesia, is there any difference that you feel? about doing such task. I mean, like the what is that? Like the if you are have to work on something, is it different if you are in the Vietnamese people and the Indonesians people? In Indonesians, they are usually prioritize the relationship. For example, you are my friend that I prioritize you are. For example, if I was if I were no, if I were such a teammate, uh, your teammate, I will prioritize you as my friend to be my teammate. For example, like that.
Oh, okay. So you want to know the difference, right?
Yeah, if you're working for this task. Oh no no, for the example, if your friend are late on something on the work group task
Mm,
assignment,
yeah.
Indonesia usually prioritize the relationship because they are just forgiving your friends, but in American, for example, not they are not mind about that. I mean, like they are really work 100%. I mean, like they are really individualistic. So they are will not cares about the others. They really push hard for themselves to finish the work. So how's your feeling if you are in Vietnam and Indonesia?
Mm. So I think that in Vietnam we also we also do that. So, but I think that if my friends is also really relate to me,
Mm-hmm.
is really close to me, and I will forgive to her or him. But if they just like very friends and it's just like a social friends, and I think that I will consider them like teammates. So and I will so I think that I will don't have any prioritize on her or him.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah.
This if I am in this state and I will do it. But I think that in Vietnam we also do that.
Okay, that's different. Okay, okay, I see. Okay, Ian, for the last question, I want to ask the most different thing, the most really most different thing in Indonesia and Vietnam, and what will you consider to be your hometown? I mean, like to be like the most comfort one to be like your hometown.
So I do understand your question. It's mean that I if I were be Indonesian,
So the question is like, what is the most really most thing that
yeah.
really different from Indonesia and Vietnam, and what will you consider from Indonesia to be your hometown? What things?
It's the most important thing.
There are two questions actually. Okay.
So I think that mm, the people maybe. Mm, mm, Everything is very different, and I think that this is the people behavior.
The people behavior. What is that?
Mm, so so your I actually don't know. I actually don't know whether I understand your question deeply. So, so it's it means that what is the most important thing? that I think that Indonesia is really like my hometown, right?
No, no, I mean like the first question is what is the most different thing from Indonesia and Vietnam? And you said that is the people's behavior. Is it the same answer with the last question or not? Okay. Okay. Well, let me get through this. Um, if you are want to consider yourself to live in Indonesia, what aspect that you are comfort with the Indonesian aspect from the cultural itself?
Conform to so.
Yeah. If you are living in Indonesia for a very,
Ah,
very long time.
uh, it means that if I living in Indonesia, right?
Yeah, for a very, very long time.
Uh, so what?
What aspect,
What?
what things that you are want to consider yourself to live here from the cultural aspect?
So one thing that I the culture from the culture.
Yeah, from the culture is
Oh,
white actually.
oh, I think that I need to write your question. Okay, can you repeat your question?
Okay, what is I
Mm.
mean, what are the things? I'm sorry, I repeat it again. What are the
Okay.
things
Okay.
that you are
Okay.
to consider?
To consider.
Yeah, consider.
Uh, okay.
If live, if live, if
If
live, if
live.
stay. Yeah, if live, if stay in Indonesia for a very, very long time.
That's it.
Yeah, that is.
Really? Oh my god. That you are to consider. This is very hard question for me at first.
Take your time here and you can think about it first.
Okay. Um, hmm. So one thing or two thing or more. Only need one thing, right?
Um, it's up to you. If you have a lot of answer, it is okay to mention all of them.
So the thing that I consider about the
Yeah.
culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. If I live, I think that the culture of we Muslim to eat pork.
Uh, what is that? May you repeat that?
My answer is the culture of we mustn't eat pork.
Oh, I cannot hear you clearly. I'm sorry. It is. I think my
Okay,
hair urban.
so it means that the culture of um how say how to describe it. It means that in Indonesia we mustn't eat pork. You know,
Immersion.
we mustn't eat pork.
Park. Park pig.
Yes, 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 yes. Right, right.
Uh, I didn't get it. What's wrong with the pig?
Do you understand? Do you hear clearly?
Yeah, I know the park word, but
Oh,
I
yes,
didn't clear the
the
others.
right
Okay.
part. So it means that um, that is the really most important thing that I will consider to live in Indonesia.
Because
So
Indonesia
yeah,
have a park?
yes,
Is
we
that?
we mustn't eat pork, and Indonesia is so less
Less of the what?
vegetable, vegetable
Category
in meal, vegetable.
of vegetable. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, I got it. The Vietnam is really less of vegetable, right? You are difficult to search like spinach and etc.
yes. In Vietnam, we eat a lot of vegetable. So that is the reason when I live in Indonesia, and I feel really, really different, and it's really hard to me to adopt it.
Okay, okay, okay.
And yes, in the supermarkets, and the price of vegetable is so expensive.
In Vietnam.
No, in Indonesia.
In Indonesia, it's really expensive. That's so.
Yeah, in Vietnam it's very cheap.
Really,
Yes.
really.
Yes.
Um, Huyen, I think you you still didn't get what is the question because I think you mentioned the other side of my question. I mean, like what things that you want to consider. I mean, like that becomes your reason to stay in Indonesia for a long time. Not means that you better live in Vietnam rather than in Indonesia. I mean, like, if you are in Indonesia, what things that you are that became your reason to live in Indonesia?
Ah,
Yeah,
the region,
um,
the region really,
the reason. Yeah, the reason.
the regions of living in Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think, wow. I think that is depends on what type of person. Like me, and I really want to discover the natural, and so the the culture of the view, and the beautiful view, and the beautiful nature is the region of living in Indonesia of myself.
Mm. I'm sorry, Huyen. I just came up of your question right now. Um, is there any perspective or any stigma? Do you know stigma, Huyen?
Stigma.
Haha. Like apa sih mbak kalau misalnya kalau udah oh biasanya orang Kalimantan tuh ngomongnya kasar berarti itu stereotype. The stereotype. The stereotype. Do you know the stereotype means?
What what thing?
Stereotype. Okay, let me explain this. The stereotype, it means that become your mind if you hear some word. For example, I hear about Indonesia. So for me, Indonesia it is okay. For me, Indonesia is a place where a lot of people are very humble, are very really easy to put a smile on their face. For example, so any stereotype or any stigma that become in your mind if you are hears about Indonesia.
It means the mindset.
Okay, what?
So it means mindset, right?
Your perspective. What is it?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Become your stereotype. Become your own opinion.
Yeah. I have no idea in my head.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Is that it is okay, yeah. And another question. I'm really sorry for taking your time.
Right.
Another question. Yes, is that any is that still any of Vietnam's, what is it? Vietnam's culture or Vietnam's behavior, or what is that? Or things that still continue right now about giving a different treat for the others, like um, for example, it's not bully. I mean, like just a different treat, a different, what is it? Perlakuan tuh apa sih, treat kan? A different behavior to the others. For example, I have a friend, but she is a black people, so I just cannot get along with her, for example, just like that. Is that any still kinds of like that?
For myself,
Mm-hmm.
it's mean so it's mean that the relationship.
Yeah, it can be like that.
So can you repeat your question?
Okay. Is that any kinds of behavior or trait, or the way you do to your friends, or any kinds like that, to the others, not just a friend, that giving a different treatment, giving a different behavior for a certain people? Is it from her race, or from her skin, or from religion, or such things like that? If in Indonesia we call it Sarah.
So,
Yeah, means Sarah it means like a different, yeah, racism.
like, judgment. So it means that there is a different judgment between me and my friends, right?
Not just your friends, anyone, any
Anyone.
kind of
So,
anyone, any kind of society.
oh, so during the COVID-19 or just normal?
Just a normal.
This is very normal. In normal, so you want to know the activity or our our behavior or something like this.
I just curious about the different thing that people do with others in Vietnam, because I also wonder about your attendance in Indonesia. Is that any of your friends, or any of your feelings that become, what is it, like you feel
Oh,
that if you were when you are with Indonesian people, you have a different treatment from the others? Is that they are really humble to you? Is that are really kind to you? Nah, kok nge-lag? Kayaknya lagi. Ini sinyal apa atau sinyal gua aman? Kayak sinyalnya hujan nih. Oh, okay. So for the video conference, I'm really sorry. Yeah, this is the end of the conference, because I think my friend Yan she has a bad signal right now, so she cannot continue the interview. Well, thank you very much, and the honorable my lecturer. Um, Hope this could be a good platform to be the evidence of my paper. Thank you very much.